Hi, good morning everyone. I hope very much that you're enjoying your business breakfast, and I'm sorry I can't be with you personally, but currently working away in London running some courses on financial instruments. So instead, I thought I'd sit and record a few words for you to listen to this morning. And I wanted to talk to you about business strategy and how we might approach some business strategy courses together. So very much hope to see you in due course on those courses. Now, in terms of business strategy, what's important at the moment is the fact that we face very uncharted territories. Uncharted in the sense that we have such high levels of uncertainty that we've not experienced in the past. It's becoming very difficult to actually predict what's even going to happen 6 months down the line, let alone 3 years, 5 years, 7 years down the line. And that's going to have a significant impact on the way that companies approach their strategic planning. Now, traditionally, perhaps, maybe we've taken a very structured approach to planning, and indeed we'll no doubt talk about the structured, rational models that we can use to approach strategic planning issues. However, I think that in reality, what we're going to see over the coming years is far more use of emergent methods of strategic planning, where perhaps some of what we end up doing wasn't in fact planned, some of what we plan doesn't in fact happen. And so the strategy that emerges is half planned, half unplanned, but nonetheless we still have to consider whether or not the position we're in is a good thing for the organisation. Now, of course, what's actually happening then with high levels of uncertainty is that risk is actually increasing, and of course where risk increases, then our providers of finance will expect a higher level of return from us. But there really needs to be a careful approach to stakeholder management here, because we're coming out of the credit crisis and we're still waiting for markets to pick up and real growth opportunities to take off. So perhaps we need to re-educate our stakeholders not to expect such short-term results, but to take a more longer-term perspective of the business. So those are some of the key issues that we might discuss when we are chatting through our business strategy approaches. We'll also think about why business strategy is important for managers. And I think the danger with business strategy is that it can be something that senior members of the organisation undertake a planning exercise, but it becomes nothing more than that. The strategy does not actually get implemented in the business. So of course that's the other side of what we need to talk about, is how do we actually make strategy happen? And that's where the business managers come in. Very key pivotal role, because of course the business managers are acting as that go-between between the strategic insight that the directors have, and of course turning that into a reality, and that reality being delivered by the operational members of staff. And it's the managers who sit in the middle. They understand the strategic requirements coming from up high, and they think about how to actually make this a reality in the business. So very important role, that of business manager, in terms of strategic implementation. Now, in terms of the approach to our training, I think it's very important to take a practical approach, and we'll certainly make use of lots of real-life examples. They are, in fact, the best way to understand what's working in terms of strategy, what's not working in terms of strategy. And indeed, we have to remember that it's a very unique environment that we're heading into now, with increasingly shorter planning horizons, lots of uncertainty, and lots of pressure to actually achieve a good set of results. So I very much hope to meet you all in due course. Look forward to chatting to you further about business strategy when we do, and enjoy the rest of your business breakfast. Many thanks.